Welcome to the Thick AF podcast, everyone. We are here to hang out with you and celebrate. My name's Emily Crampsey, and this is...
Hey, y'all, it's Sarah. Do I have to throw my last name out there?
Oh, I didn't even realize I said my last name.
You did.
Hello, Emily Crampsey and Sarah Wright at your service. Oh, Lord. What's been going on, Sarah?
I mean, it's been one hell of a week.
Lord have mercy. Don't even talk to me about that.
I know.
Was it from work or what?
Yeah. Work is crazy right now. I mean, which is always a good thing, but it's still a lot.
Yeah. Tonight, when you came over, my boss called me at 6 over. It was past 6 o'clock, and I was like making dinner for us. And I'm like, why is he calling me? But I knew that I needed to answer it because there was some stuff going on. And I'm like, it's 6 o'clock. Go home. Like, what are you doing?
Do you think he's still at the office, or do you think that
he's gone home by now. He's got a family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
He honestly might have been on his way home.
That sounds like my old boss.
Yeah, no.
Calls whenever.
Yeah, that's not good.
No, definitely not.
But yeah, this week has been fun.
Well, we started the week off because, a week starts on Sunday. And so we started the week off with a Sunday fun day. And it was pretty good.
Oh, so when I think of my week starts on Monday and ends on Sunday. So Sunday, I don't know why Sunday is like supposed to be the first of the week, but it's because it's not. It's really the end of the week, and it's the Sabbath day or whatever. That's why they, the Sunday.
Yeah.
So isn't that supposed to be the last day of the week, or was it supposed to be the first day of the week?
I don't know. Isn't it the first day of the week?
It technically, I think, is the first day. So like when you say it's like Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Yeah. But I always Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I don't know. That's an interesting thing because I think of
your work week starts then, but of course you're ending your weekend on the Sunday, but it's technically the start of a new week.
I think of my Sunday as the last day of the week.
Yeah.
So
I can see that.
But it's kind of good that I like that you bring up that we started our week because it technically was Sunday. So our week started off good.
Yeah, we had a great time.
That's great. It didn't start with work and boring things like that. Or me having a migraine for 2 days.
Yeah, that's fair.
Lord have mercy.
I mean, I had a whole weekend. I left late afternoon on Friday and went to Mobile to my sister's and attended my very first Mardi Gras event. Obviously,
What was the Mardi Gras event?
I went to my first parade. So Mardi Gras originated in Mobile.
Right.
And so they celebrate big time, and it was the very first weekend of parades. So Saturday night we went to our very first, my very first anyways, parade, and I had a ball. And my sister was like, this really wasn't even that good of a parade. And I was like, what do you mean? I had so much fun. I caught they call them throws, the things that you catch when they're throwing them from the floats. I caught 2 hula hoops, a bunch of beads.
What did you do with your hula hoops?
They're at my house.
Sweet. We need a hula hoop. I love hula hooping.
I know you do. That's why I saved them.
Oh my God. Are they light up hula hoops?
No, but they are they have sparkly stickers for Mardi Gras.
I'm really bad at hula hooping, but I wanted, at one point, I really wanted to get into it. So my neighbor, she is really good at hula hooping, and we went to this thing one time at Avondale Brewing Company, and they had it was Halloween last year or the year before, where they had the people that do the fire tricks, and they had what are they called? They're called, oh my God, I don't know what they're called, but you light them on fire. And she had never done it with a fire before, but somebody let them borrow her stuff. And she went out there and she was so good, and it was fire everywhere. But
that's so wild.
And she was in her Halloween costume, which was what's the money heist costume.
Yeah,
it was really cute. She did a good job.
It was cool.
Shout out to Shelby.
They throw all the crazy stuff. I got a box of those cordial cherries.
Oh, really? I love those too.
They throw ramen noodles, moon pies.
I saw that one of my friends.
Oatmeal cream pies.
Yeah, ramen noodles. I call them ramen noodles. You call them ramen or ramen?
Ramen.
I know everybody calls them ramen, but when I was little, I don't know if it's an Alabama thing, but we called them ramen noodles. Where, not everybody called them that, but I did. Not my family probably doesn't call them that, but I always called them ramen noodles. Because
I don't know. I feel like if you go to a pho restaurant or something like that, they're it's ramen.
Do they say ramen? I've never heard anybody tell me the correct way to say it.
Honestly, I
It's like
don't know.
faux and pho or
Yeah.
fa or whatever people say.
Yeah.
Pho,
Pho.
pho.
Yeah. I don't know.
Like the pho king. The pho king. Like, have you ever been to a place they have like pho or fa or faux
Yeah,
or whatever?
you've been to
And then
one.
the name place of the place is called faux, the faux king. Like faux king.
You're so crazy.
I think it's funny. But yeah, so what was your favorite throw?
I mean, the hula hoop was pretty cool, and like I caught that, but I also caught this headband that is a crown and it lights up, and I kept
Mm,
that
it's a
because
crown. So where are you gonna wear that?
wherever I want, maybe all over my house one day. You never know. Maybe
Cool.
on my birthday I'll wear it.
I can should give you my light up shoelaces so that you can put them in your shoes
I think that's a
and wear
great
it with
idea.
your new crown headband.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I wore that thing all night.
I've still never worn my light up shoelaces, so I bought these like light up gloves for
Roller
for
skating.
no. But that does sound fun. I'm gonna roller skate and hula hoop and wear my
There you
light
go.
up
I'll give you my crown
things.
for that.
But I bought these like light up glove things for my nephew for like his birthday or something, and they came with light up shoelaces, but like he can't wear those shoelaces because they're like adult size shoelaces. And also, I wanted them, so I kept them. So I have these light up shoes. They're really cool.
That's funny.
So anyway, so we went to we went to the dog park
It's called
bar.
like
Good dog.
I think. I don't know. It's downtown near
Yeah, I was
Railroad
expecting
Park.
it to be a little bit different. I was
Oh,
expecting it to be a
100,000%.
bar. And like even when you read online, it's like, oh, it sounds like there's a bar. You sit at the bar and then you put your dog in a dog
Yes,
park
and
area.
somebody takes care of your dog.
Yeah, and that's what I thought too. Like I really thought that.
Yeah.
When we get in there and it's like a big thing, you sit inside with your dog and like literally it smelled like disgusting. My jacket, like the sash thing that you wrap like around the jacket, it accidentally touched the ground for like 1 second and I have to it's disgusting because it smells like pee now.
Oh my gosh.
Because it's like astroturf
Yeah.
and then just the dogs pee everywhere and then that one dog were you there when that yeah you were when there was this one dog, he came right behind us and took this huge dump. It wasn't even right behind us. It was like a mile away. Not really. It smelled so bad. They had to get the
It was
water
bad.
hose out
Yeah.
and hose that stuff off.
I mean, it's a good concept in theory, but like, so Pete was already there when we got there, and I did not bring my dog Jolene because she had been in Mobile with me. My sister and her boyfriend Thomas have 3 dogs, so we'd been, 4 dogs deep all weekend. Jolene acting foolish with her BFF Max, and so she was like tired when we got home. She didn't get off the couch. She will normally walk us all the way to the door when we leave, and she was not having any of it. So I left her at home because I felt like that's what she wanted to do. So we got there and you like check in and there's like a window, almost like a, ticket. What do you call that? The box office type window, but they have coolers behind them that have drinks. And so the girl was like, "What do you want to drink?" And I was like, well, is there a bar? Like, do we order here? And she was like, well, there's a bar in there, like pointed to like the fenced in area. And I was like, okay. And she was
It
like,
was
but
like
you,
a table, like a fold
Yeah.
out table with a dude with. He did have all kinds of stuff.
yeah, but it was just misleading.
dude
And I
with
was like,
coolers and stuff.
so how do we go to, get in here after we, and she goes, you can't go in there if you don't have a dog. And I was like, what are you talking about? And she was like, yeah, you have to have a dog to go in there. And I was like, okay, well, there's like a huge group
It
of
doesn't
us
say
coming.
that on the internet. Like
I
it says all
know.
the stuff like you don't have to have a dog to come.
And it was just the weirdest thing. And she was like, I'm kind of new here, so like let me check. And I was like, well, there's a big group of us coming, and like my friend is in there right now. And she was like, oh, as long as somebody has one dog, you're fine. And I was like, okay, this is so bizarre, but whatever. And so we went in there, and a couple other, I mean, you brought Butterbean, and oh, I guess Pete's friend Pete brought his dog
Butterbean was the
Noodle.
only small dog.
Yeah, but I mean, it was cool once we got in there. There's a bunch of chairs and stuff, and it's like and almost like a, I don't know, not, I mean, it's a huge metal building, but one side of it is all the way open. So there's some airflow in there. Whatever. I don't know. It was
kind of
fine.
like tailgating, but like on AstroTurf with a big fence around us.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's fair. But the dogs were great. And I mean, it was funny to watch some of these random dogs that, you don't know. And they'll come over and talk to you, or you can go talk to them. And
sniff
I
your
mean,
butt,
everybody
you
was
know.
super nice. Yeah. I mean, Jolene would have loved it. And like, I had a little bit of regret for not bringing her, but like, I can go back.
Yeah, you can. We can go back, but it did smell bad. I was like, I don't know about this.
That was, I think, the biggest like shocker because it's not a separate area for, like, I genuinely thought it was like, okay, your dog's going to daycare, and daycare to me is I'm not there.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, like I thought, and online it
You have
sounds
to
like
pay for it. I
it
mean, you have
says
to pay to
it
let your
says that
dog in there.
it sounded like there's a bar, and then there's a dog area that you put your dogs in. Like when you read the stuff online, it sounds so completely different than what it was. And I told everybody, this is the deal. Like this is what it is. I was like so excited about it. I'd never been there, and then we get there, and it was like, just kidding.
See, Victoria had been there before.
Oh, she had? Okay.
But I didn't really have like a conversation with her before to fully understand it, but her dog wasn't up to date on her Bordetella, so she couldn't bring Violet. But
yeah. So then after that we went to see Pete, old Pete from the, the episode that he wrote me a love letter, I guess is what you want to say. So we went and saw him play hockey, and we took everybody, and so we could cheer him on, and they lost again.
They almost didn't though.
Well, no, they almost
They
did.
were winning when we got there.
They had 1 point.
I might be the problem.
Yeah. No, I don't think so. But they loved it. They went in the penalty box for like Harrison and Pete went in the penalty box for like 5 minutes each.
I hadn't been to a hockey game in forever, and I mean the Bulls are right here. Birmingham Bulls are right here, but I haven't had an opportunity to go. So like for me, growing up in like Hockey Town, I was in my glory.
Sarah was in there yelling, 88! 88! F you, 88!
I did not
she didn't
say
say F you,
that.
but she was like talking crap to number 88.
Yeah, I was talking
because
smack.
he was doing some crazy stuff. But yeah, she was
it.
She was the coach from the sidelines.
100%.
So definitely coach from the sidelines.
And if they want to hire me next season, because I think they have like a bunch of different seasons, like a month break in between, I'm available.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
I don't know if you get paid for that, but
I don't care.
Yeah. Okay.
If I can drink beer on the sideline, who cares?
I don't know if they let you. Oh, yeah. I guess because you have beer, like they sell beer. So, yeah. Okay. Cool.
On the sidelines. That is not what it's called, but that's okay.
Yeah. Not called that. So we had fun. That was good. Anything else going on with you?
Yeah, I'm actually, I'm nervous. I'm nervous to talk about it, and I'm nervous to actually do it. I'm going to meet Brandon's family this weekend. So he's met like everybody and their brother on my side of the family, but now it's my turn.
Okay, well, he did it the right way, like where you like wait a few months, make sure it's working out.
He did it the right
Sarah
way.
did it the wrong way, where you like bring him after the third date. Oh, by the way, want to come to Thanksgiving? Meet my family. And you know what? Brandon was a good sport.
He was a great sport. Listen, he's in it for the long haul. This man has already taken time off next Thanksgiving, so he doesn't have to work that weekend.
Oh my gosh, that's
He was
hilarious.
so upset he had to leave.
Oh, he had to leave? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I mean, he was there for Thanksgiving Day, but like he had to work on that Friday.
Oh,
Yeah.
gotcha.
So
Yeah.
I think he likes me.
I'm pretty sure he does. I think so. So that's exciting.
Well, it is. However, I knew that we're going to his sister's, and she's married. And they have 2 kids, 2 daughters.
Are his parents going to be there too?
His parents are divorced, but his mom lives in Montgomery, and she was going to be there. So at first, it was just going to be his sister and her family, and then his mom's coming, which I full on expected to happen because she's right there. Why would she not come?
Right.
Well, this week, he was talking about something. He was like, "Oh yeah, my aunt's gonna be there too," and I was like, "What are you talking? Like, how long did you know that?" And he was like, "A week." And I was like, "Were you just like not gonna say anything and like let me show up to a house full of people and not know who else
So
gonna
who else
be there?"
Gonna be there? The aunt and the sister and her husband. And that's it.
Their kids and his mom.
Okay, cool. Well, that's not that many people, and the aunt's not as like concerning as the mom. The aunt's gonna be cool aunt like me, and the mom is gonna be like either she's gonna love you in the beginning, and then later on she's gonna not like you because that's how all mother-in-laws are because you're taking away their baby. Okay.
Oh my God.
They are, and you know it. For the baby boys, yeah. Listen, I've got 2 brothers, and I see how it is. Anyways, okay. So next, so you're excited to meet his mom and his aunt?
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'll report back.
Well, Pete has a dart tournament in Decatur this weekend, which is where I'm from, and it's at like the Doubletree Hotel. I think it's the Doubletree, the hotel that's on the river. And he's going to be up there, and so I'm going to my parents' house to stay there. And I'm pretty sure my parents are going to come with me to the tournament to watch him play darts, which
I'm
would
so
mean that they're going to
excited for
meet
this.
Pete.
Yeah. So I have a question about this. How did all of this unfold? Like, he's obviously going to the darts tournament. Were you going home already, or are you going home because of his darts
I'm
tournament?
going home because of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So this. Okay. So this is like planned. It wasn't just a coincidence.
No, yeah, it's planned. And because he was like, I'm going to Decatur. Do you want to go? I think he asked me to go with him. And I was like, oh, well, I'll just go up there and stay with my parents because I need to like go visit them anyways. I haven't been there in a while. So yeah, that's what happened.
Are you nervous?
Nope.
See, I wasn't nervous for Brandon to meet my family either.
Look, if you don't like my family, that's your fault. My family's really cool. My mom is a little bit crazy sometimes, but she's better with the boys.
That's like the best part, though. It is.
She's really good with boys. So she like any like dude that I date, she's gonna be like nice to and like hang out with. She like honestly, I could just like go drop Pete off at my parents' house, and my mom would just like have a conversation with him for 2 weeks. So it'll be good.
Yeah, I mean, I think all my parents are, good. I mean, obviously my mom doesn't have as much of an opportunity to meet people because she doesn't live here. But I can tell when my dad like truly likes somebody, or when he's just making the effort because he doesn't want to like upset me.
So how does he act? Is he just like, oh yeah, okay, hey, I don't know, it's just not overly friendly?
Yeah, I mean that, and like doesn't like attempt to have like he'll tell me all the time, tell Brandon I did this, or tell Brandon I bought this, at the store, or ask Brandon this about like a cut of meat or something like that. And he's not going to make that effort if he doesn't really give a shit.
Right. Yeah.
He would just let it live, and when that person is present, they're present, and when they're not, they're not.
Yeah. So what are you doing for the Super Bowl? You staying at their place?
No.
You're coming back, or you
he
have
has
a party?
to work.
Oh, so what are you going to do?
Along the normal lines, nobody answers text messages these days or whatever. I put a feeler out in our group message the other day and said, what's everybody doing for the Super Bowl? Rose is the only one who answered.
What group message?
The message that you started about the hockey game in the dog bar.
Oh. I didn't respond. I don't know. Where were we when y'all said that?
No, I said it the other day. I was like by myself. It was like during the day or something.
Oh, was that like on Monday or Tuesday when I was sick to death?
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, that's probably.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, that's when I turned my phone on silent and was like in a dark coma.
Yeah. Are you going to be back to watch it?
So I don't know yet, but I have to be at work. I have to actually physically go to work next week. And so I can't be like drinking a bunch on
No, I mean, I don't want
Sunday.
to. I have to work on Monday.
And I have to like, I have to get dressed. I haven't done this in a long time.
And you have to drive somewhere.
What
are you going to
dress
do?
And I have to drive, and then I have to park and walk, and like, it's going to be a whole thing. So, and I have to be like presentable and stuff. So I can't like just be in
always
leggings.
Presentable.
Not necessarily.
Yes, you are.
Sometimes if I don't have a meeting like on a Monday morning, I don't have any makeup on or whatever, you never know. So yeah, so I have to go to work. So I don't know. I would prefer to come back to, honestly, I don't really care about the Super Bowl that much. Is it the Chiefs and the
Eagles?
Eagles.
Philadelphia. And I don't care about the NFL either. Like, I'm a fan of like some of the like old Auburn players that are in the NFL, but like I don't have an NFL team. But if I have to pick one, I'm picking the Eagles just because my company has an office outside of Philly.
So the only thing I really care about for the Super Bowl is, well, first of all, I want to know who's it's Rihanna. Rihanna's the Super Bowl halftime, right? Because the only reason I know that is because I listen to Howard Stern like every morning at in the morning when I wake up. It turns on automatically because I love Howard Stern. Shout out to you, Howard, if you're listening. I love you. So they have these bets going on and it's Richard Christie, who is like this crazy dude that just like does everything. And I forgot so I'm half asleep usually when I'm listening to this. But I think that one of them has to like, this is disgusting. I probably shouldn't say this on here, but like one of them has to like they were talking, and this may not be what they're actually going to do. They were talking about like somebody cutting off their pubes and like the other one having to either put it on his tongue or like glue it to his face or something.
Gross.
Like as a beard.
Absolutely not.
And I forgot what the other one was. Like they were going to some guy was going to have to make out with this other dude, and like that was the bet for like whoever lost, because there were two guys. One guy's like really big Chiefs fan, and one guy is a very big Eagles fan. Well, actually, maybe he's not, but he's a fan of something else. Anyways, I don't know all the details, but I'm excited to hear what happens so that I can listen to them on Monday morning and see the outcome.
That's fair enough.
Yeah.
Well, I did get a text from my mom tonight. She's trying to get caught up on the podcast, and she was talking to me, and I was like, is there anything that you want us to talk about, on the podcast or whatever? And she was like, the Super Bowl, baby, it's current. And I said, well, it's on the list. And she said, Tom Brady retirement, and is Gisele in his future? Did you watch the Grammys? J-Lo and Ben are all the buzz. You got to watch the pop culture to do the podcast.
Have you seen the Tom Brady picture that
Yes.
he posted? What the hell is
That's
that?
like his first ever thirst trap. And how do you think
Why
you're
is
not
he
getting
holding
your wife
his hand
back?
in front of his?
I don't know, but you're not getting your wife back after that. You just you made yourself look
Was he
foolish.
trying to get his wife back though?
I mean,
I don't know.
I figured, I don't know. I
think
feel
they're
like there was a
done.
little bit of hope when he came back for one more year, and now he's retiring again. But I feel like he just set the divorce in motion with going back, and now he's fuck how it turned out. I don't know.
Also, I don't think he's very skinny to be a professional football player.
He's
in my
not
opinion.
attractive to me.
I don't think so either.
No.
Gisele is hot. She
The
is
hottest
very
of
beautiful,
hots.
and she still looks like a 20-year-old.
100%.
Amazing. And he's just his kind of looks like skin. I feel like it's just maybe.
You really examined this photo, huh?
Well, no, I didn't, but I was. I'm like, what in the world? Why was his hand? I need to pull it up.
Well,
but I'm seeing
also,
it in my head.
The one thing I want to talk about, my question for the photo is, why does he have on cream colored underwear?
Was it cream?
Some white underpants on. In the photo that I
He
saw,
probably
it looked
probably
cream.
did that because first of all, it's probably the color he was wearing that day.
But
Second,
put white
he probably
ones
doesn't.
on.
You can if white ones, you can see through them.
You put your hand in front of there anyway.
I know
what
his
does
hand
it
was
matter?
in front of it. It was because he's trying to cover up the fact that it's not very big. Because if it was big, it would not be covered up. Okay.
Well, it also probably is it on Instagram? I don't know. It may not be
What
Instagram
was it on?
friendly.
What
I
was
don't
it
know.
on? I'll have to look it up while we're talking.
Listen,
But
I'm not for that.
yeah, me either. I'm just
But I was never a
why
Tom
are
Brady
dudes
fan
doing that?
anyways, because he's bullshit. He was bullshit at the Patriots. He's a little cheater, pumpkin eater. I don't like him. He's not attractive. He can go away.
I don't know anything about football, professional football, except for nothing. Except for I know who Tom Brady is, and I know he's married or was married to Gisele, and they had kids, and they were beautiful and whatever. And Tom Brady is apparently is he the GOAT or something? I don't know. For football, is he?
Yeah.
I don't know. That's what everybody says. That's the only thing I know. I don't even know who he played for. I don't
Plays
care.
for Tampa, I think.
IDGAF.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, so that picture. Yeah, I don't think he's attractive. He's got a long neck with a big
I
goiter
don't like
looking
his smile.
Yeah, he's got a goiter looking
Let me see
Adam's apple. Hang on, let me pick. Look how big that picture. The picture.
Oh.
Yeah, look how big his Adam's apple thing
Yeah,
is.
he
a
looks
goiter.
like a
he needs to
European
eat some
soccer
iodine.
player in that photo.
Yeah, look how his neck's long like butter beans. He's he just doesn't look to me he does look like he would maybe be he does look like a soccer player. He's in shape for not for a football player. You would think that he would be bigger.
He's lacking some meat on his bones.
And I like those my men thick
'em.
AF.
Yeah. Love it.
So yeah.
I hear that.
Old Tom Brady. So anyways.
Well, we'll see what happens with the Super Bowl, I guess.
So have you made any bets for the Super Bowl?
Absolutely not.
Oh my gosh. So do you know that you can bet on what color hair Rihanna is going to have in the Super Bowl halftime show? You can bet on that.
With professional
yeah, they
booking
have the apps or whatever that you can. Yeah, they
Oh.
have so many crazy
That is
things.
so bizarre.
That is the
Why?
wildest thing. Or who's going to be there? If Leonardo DiCaprio is going to be there, they're they have odds. It's betting for a horse race or a dog race.
So weird.
Yeah, wild.
I don't know. I've just never really been into that. It's too much stress. You can't even have fun watching it when you're betting on something like that.
I just watched the Super Bowl for the commercials, and hopefully the Clydesdales will be there, but I know that they kind of sort of discontinued them, but didn't really discontinue the Budweiser.
Interesting.
Yeah, they still have them, but they discontinued them a long time ago, and then they got that puppy. I don't know. Maybe I'm misspeaking, but I'm pretty sure they don't have them anymore. All right.
Alrighty
Well, so
then.
after that, the Super Bowl, we have Valentine's Day. Actually, excuse me, is Valentine's Day on Sunday? On the
Yes, it is.
It's on
No, it's
this.
on Monday.
It's on Monday. Wait.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So I don't know why I thought it was on a Sunday. So Valentine's Day and then Valentine's Day is coming
Yes.
up.
And do you want to know what else happens on Valentine's Day? Jolene turns 2. Yeah.
Oh, is that her real birthday?
No.
Or
I
is
don't
that
know what it is, but
did you
I
just make
got
it
her.
up?
Yeah, because I got her on August the 15th, and 6 months before that was February the 15th. Why would I make it February the 15th instead of making it Valentine's Day?
Oh, that's true. I do have a friend that has a Valentine's Day birthday. Happy birthday, Mariella. I miss you. I wish you would come back to Alabama. But yeah, so and I hate it for her because she's always like, yeah, like my birthday's on Valentine's Day. So it's like Valentine's Day, but nobody forgets her birthday. I mean, maybe they do. I don't know. So,
Yeah.
so happy birthday, JoJo, too.
Yeah. Happy birthday to the little bean.
So what are you doing for Valentine's Day?
Honestly, nothing. I am not a Valentine's Day fan.
Me either, not really.
I don't like candy. So I don't really
Like a weirdo.
I know, but like it doesn't like tickle my fancy, so like I don't really give a shit about the things that like are sold.
But
candy.
Brandon will tickle your fancy.
I don't care what's sold in the store that time of year.
Just ignore it.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm ignoring you. But I don't know. And like I feel like I've gone out to eat for Valentine's Day before or whatever, and it's just a shit show. There are people everywhere. And I mean, if you have a reservation, you're lucky. Like I remember one time going with the guy that I dated when I very first got here, and he would not make a reservation for anything. Honey, I bought a matching pair of like underwear and bra and put a nice dress on and heels, and we show up in this restaurant and they were like, it's gonna be 4 hours, and
what?
I was like,
what restaurant was it?
it was Firebirds, and I was like, absolutely not.
Firebirds. 4 hours. Lord,
Listen,
have mercy,
I
that
was
is
so
a
damn
lot.
irritated at that point. And so do you want to know what we ended up doing?
What?
We went to, I think it's Salvatore's, and went through the drive-through and ordered a pizza and took it home.
Oh, so I'm going to tell you my pizza story. I don't know if you're done with your story right now, but I'm going to tell you my pizza story.
Oh, I'm done. I was just
Day.
mad. That's why I just don't like Valentine's Day. It's pressure, unnecessary pressure for couples and men and women. Like, get
well,
each
that's
other.
every holiday. Christmas is like that too.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I just feel like it's one of those things where, like, let's just be hypothetical and say your man, or your girl, whoever, forgets to like get you a card or something for Valentine's Day. Don't be mad at that shit. Come on, it's a stupid holiday about candy and love. If you're in love already, that is all that matters. Yes.
Yeah, but also like Valentine's Day. How do you forget that day?
I mean, I agree. And here's my thing.
Like, it's February 14th. Like, I forget which day Christmas is a lot.
But
I shouldn't.
Yeah, but get something same day. I don't even care. One flower.
Yeah, go pick it out of the bush outside.
Hell yeah, at least you remembered. Like, that's it. But, like, I'm not about to, like, be mad at somebody if
or
they
just,
forget
like,
Valentine's
make me dinner
Day.
or something.
And that's what Brandon's doing, is he's cooking dinner.
That's nice.
I mean, I'll be here recording on actual Valentine's Day with you, who will be my Valentine.
Yes.
but we're gonna do Valentine's on Wednesday.
Oh, yay, Valentine. You should have worn that pink shirt or purplish pink shirt for Valentine's Day.
I mean, I can wash it.
Did I order them? I think I ordered some Valentine's Day heart earrings to wear for Valentine's Day. I'm really excited about them.
So do I need to wear Valentine's Day garb over here?
Yeah, but like t-shirt and like leggings with then your heart earrings.
Well, I don't have any heart earrings, I don't think, but I'll find something to wear.
Like, just like, yeah, you don't be like fancy, but like cool. Well, I'm excited about recording with you on Valentine's Day, but I'm going to tell you my story about my Valentine's Day one year. Okay. This was a while back, and I think I was just out of a long relationship where I had like lived with the guy. I think I may have told you. Did we release that episode? Yeah, I think we did.
The one who was folding your
no, not that one. No, a different one. There, I was living with him, and
the one that
had girls over.
Yes.
Yeah. So, I'm pretty sure I was like just out of that relationship, and I'd moved into an apartment, and it was the first time I'd ever lived by myself. So before that, I'd always had a roommate or like lived with him or had roommates or whatever. And so I moved into this apartment by myself, and then it was Valentine's Day. And everybody I knew had like a boyfriend. They were going out for Valentine's Day, doing all their Valentine's Day, whatever. And so I was like, I'm ordering a pizza. And that was when they did the heart pizzas. I think it was like Domino's, maybe. And they did the heart pizzas. And I was like, hell yeah, I'm getting a heart pizza. And I'm getting it delivered. And like, Domino's is like, I think it's Domino's. And I hate to call somebody out on this, but like, it was a long time ago. So Domino's, you're forgiven, but the guy that did this is not. So I order this pizza. 3 hours later, they still haven't delivered it. And I'm like calling them like, hey, and I was like, okay, so I'm going to order this pizza, this heart-shaped pizza, and I'm going to sit at home and I'm going to watch like whatever shows I feel like watching or movies. And I'm like, yeah, this is going to be the best Valentine's Day ever. Order that pizza. It doesn't show up. And so I like call them and they're like, oh, he's on his way. He's on his way. And I'm like, okay. Well, then they told me I think they told me he came and I wasn't there. And I was like, that is baloney because I have been here literally standing by the door this whole time. Well, so at that point, I lived in this historic building that had like this big staircase to go up to the top. And then you had three floors to go up in stairs to get to my unit. And if you're a delivery person, I am sorry, but you have to go to the door.
Hell yeah.
You get paid and you also get tipped to do these things. I did not order. I would have gone and picked it up if I wanted to do that myself. So the dude calls me. He gets there 3 or 4 hours late, however long. It's like midnight. I don't know. It wasn't midnight because I think I ordered it really early, but it was really late. And I was like waiting for this pizza. I'm starving. I'm already pissed off. He calls me and it's like, you gonna come get this? And I'm like, excuse me? And he's like, I'm out here. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm in here waiting for you. And he's like, there's nowhere to park. And I'm like, excuse me? He's like, there's nowhere to park. And I'm like, yes, there is. Just park put your flashers on like every other delivery person. I go down there. This dude is sweating, dripping sweat. He is the big, and I'm not a small person, so I'm not like saying anything about being fat or anything, but this dude was the fattest MFer I've ever seen in my entire life. In his big van, and he's like sweating to death all over my pizza. And he was just too lazy and fat, excuse me, to go up my stairs and bring me my pizza. And then he was like, so I got it from him, and he was like, he looked at me and he said, where's my tip? And I was like, excuse me?
You made me walk all the way down here, and you think you're 4 hours late? You've lost your damn mind.
What? I'm like, no. Like, what the hell? So that really pissed me off. That was my favorite Valentine's Day.
Did you eat your heart-shaped pizza, though?
Yeah, I think I did, but I'm pretty sure that it was like cold and like the top had been pushed into the cheese, that kind of thing. So I don't know. But yeah. And excuse me. And they had run out of heart-shaped pizzas. So I didn't get the heart-shaped.
Did not.
So I just got a round one.
Oh my gosh. Well, Brandon asked me yesterday or the day before, he was like, do you want a heart-shaped ribeye? And I was like,
was it going to cut it?
Yeah, they said that they were going to do heart-shaped ribeyes again, and he asked me if I wanted one, and I was like, no, I do not care about that. If you want one, get one. That is totally fine. But I think all they do is like cut it down the middle and butterfly it.
Cool.
So,
which is basically like a piece of chicken.
Ribeye. Yeah, I'm not getting a heart-shaped piece of chicken.
Yeah.
But it made me laugh that he would ask me that.
I'll take a heart-shaped ribeye. I'm good with that. I've been single for a very long time. So like Valentine's Day has never really been a thing for me. And honestly, even when it was like, I would rather stay at home. Like you said, like it's too much to go out and do stuff. Like the world, we don't have enough restaurants and like places to go for all the people that want to go have 2 top tables.
Right.
For Valentine's Day.
Right.
And then most of these places, they like shut down and they're like, oh, you have to make a reservation. It's kind of like New Year's Eve or whatever. So I've never really done stuff like that. I did go one time. This one guy took me out for Valentine's Day, and then he was really nice. It was great. It was the first time I ever like got dressed up and like went out for Valentine's Day, but he ended up like kind of like being an a-hole to like the server, and it was just like,
that's gross. That's such a turn off.
Yeah, it is.
So I have a little off topic, but I do have an update from my mom. She's texting me right now, and I told her we were recording, but apparently she didn't get the memo, which is fine. But my mom would like to provide an update on a story that I told previously. I think it was 2 episodes ago when Pete and Brandon were here on why my parents got divorced.
Oh, okay.
She said, and FYI, there was no headache associated with Pink Floyd. Just a flat hell no, I'm not going to the concert. I understand the headache story might sound more interesting though.
Oh, she didn't want to go to the
No,
Pink Floyd?
my dad didn't want to go.
Oh, he didn't want to go?
No.
Oh, does he not like Pink Floyd?
I guess not.
That's hilarious. Oh my gosh.
I
See,
swear,
and that's something.
I did not make it up that it was a headache. I swear that's the story that I understood it to
Do you know what? I appreciate your mom for like piecing out after that, because like my thing with a relationship is that you should, even if like you don't like to do the things, like sometimes, like, you know what? I don't always want to go to like my significant other's parents' house for Christmas or Thanksgiving or whatever, but you go because you love that person and that you want to support that person, and that person loves that too. You know, like, you should go.
Absolutely.
I mean, I get it. Like, you shouldn't have to go to like every single thing. Well, but like, go.
But it was one of those things where, like, I mean, granted, I was young. Like, we moved to New York when I was 8 years old. So, I mean, we're talking, 27 years ago at this point. But it was one of those things where, like, how often is Pink Floyd going to come to Birmingham, Alabama?
Right.
Not often.
Yeah.
Buck up and go, Daddy-O. Like, come on.
Right.
I mean, I'd be pissed, too.
And get a t-shirt.
It would be, it would be way different if it was like, let's just say, for example, jam band folks. They follow bands everywhere. Sometimes there are spouses that don't go together because one may not be able to go or, whatever. Right. But you're going to 20, 30, 40 shows a year. The folks that really travel to go see them, you're going to a bunch of shows. This was one time.
Yeah, one thing. Just one thing.
You had to go one time.
Yeah, yep. Just one thing. I'm sure it wasn't just one thing, though.
It absolutely was not. And my dad is a phenomenal
I know,
human.
But, that's just like, sometimes it doesn't work out. And, like, people have different interests and things.
100,000%. And I have no regrets about their divorce in any capacity. I mean, it really sucked living far away from my dad for, the 12 years that I did. But he was a great long distance dad. And, my parents made sure that we were able to travel back and forth as much as we could. But my step parents are great. And I said that in, the last episode that we talked about this as well. I wouldn't trade it for the world. Not for 1 second.
Cool. So how about the State of the Union address?
Didn't watch it.
Old Joe Biden.
We tried to pull it up, but got some kind of error on Hulu that, like, whatever subscription, we didn't have it, which we didn't try very hard. That was on Brandon's phone, not mine. I know that Melanie and I have the Primo Hulu, but I didn't try to pull it up.
So honestly, I don't really know. I don't do a lot of politics stuff. Like, I don't get into all that. I try to stay out of everybody's business. And I don't really watch the news, like politics stuff, a lot because it just pisses me off. But that was the most energetic I've ever seen Joe Biden. Like, I think that he took a nap all day and then drank a big pot of coffee before he went out there. Oh my
gosh.
And then, but what was crazy is that, like, he would say something and people in the audience would be like screaming, "Liar, liar," and saying like heckling him kind of. And it was terrible. I was like, I mean, but I get it. Like, they don't agree with what he's saying. And they're trying to, like, but I don't know. I feel like it could have been a better way to do that.
I'm sure. Like, I mean, and I like to live in my quote unquote, rose-colored glasses world too. I tell people I don't have the news, just, and I'm not ignorant about the things that are going on, but I, like you, don't want to deep dive into, like, all that kind of stuff because it's just depressing sometimes.
Well, there's a lot of people
there's a lot of crazies out there. Yeah. I've been scrolling TikTok here lately, and there are people out there that genuinely still think that Trump is president. There are two militaries. There's the correct military. Yes, there's the correct military that is under Trump's control, and then there is our regular U.S. military. It's wild.
What is that?
I've been seeing it on TikTok this week. It's been crazy.
Oh my God, this is why I don't have TikTok.
These people are like, I mean, a lot of them are older and, whatever, but they are living in this, like, delusional world that Donald Trump is still our president, and this is craziness. Like, what world are you living in? If Donald Trump was a president
right now, then Donald Trump's doing a terrible job. I'm just saying. Like, we need to have an election soon. That sounds terrible, but, like, honestly, everybody knows Joe Biden's not doing a great job, so we'll just say that. He needs to step up his game, I think. And honestly, I'll probably get some slag for saying that. Flack. Yeah. Oh, yeah, flack.
I don't think you're going to get slack.
I'm not going to get slack. I'm not getting any slack for that. I'm getting What's flack?
Grief.
Grief. Oh, I'm gonna get some grief for that, guys. I'm gonna be grieving. So anyway, that was an interesting State of the Union address. Like, I just thought it was very
I
interesting.
should go back and watch some of it.
I recorded it on
Oh,
a
did you?
YouTube TV. Yeah.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
also, like, so there was this guy. I think it was the same day. I think it was State of the Union or whatever day that was. This guy. So one of my friends on Snapchat.
Okay.
He sent me this thing. I guess he was at work, and it was a video of the TV and some guy scaling a building in I think it's Arizona, maybe. He's like climbing up. I think it was called the Chase Towers or something. Like these two tower, and it was. I guess it's an abandoned building, and I'm like, why are people watching that? Like, why? First of all, why is this guy doing this? Apparently, he is a pro-life activist or something, and he climbs these buildings so that he can like raise awareness for being pro-life. I don't know. I think that's
What does
weird
that accomplish
because
if you're,
you
like,
are pro-death if you are climbing up this
100,000%.
or pro-choice for climbing up your own building. But they got to the top and they arrested him immediately.
That's wild.
But I was like thinking, I'm like, why do they have to arrest him? But apparently it puts other people in danger because if he were to fall,
What if his body, fell and smashed on
and
your
then
face?
also it's like not his property, so like it's somebody else's property. So if he falls, like it's a liability, insurance and stuff.
Yeah.
But like, you know what? If you choose to do something that you shouldn't do, your insurance and your whatever, the liability should not be on the building owners. Like, that is ridiculous. If our law allows that, that is even more ridiculous. You know?
I mean, I feel like in that case, if something were to happen and he did fall and die or whatever, I would be very surprised if like his family or whatever, if there was a civil lawsuit, if they were to win any money over that.
Well, I don't know. You never know. These people are crazy these days. They sue happy and all kinds of stuff. But, you know, I get it would be different if there was like a ladder and it was like easily accessible to climb up to the top of this building and then he fell off. You know? I don't know. But the guy chose. I thought it was weird, but he did. He made it to the top. It wasn't really eventful, apparently. It was like he climbed to the top, scaled the building, went to the top, like no slips or anything. He just like, boom, boom. Very tall building. I was a little scared.
That would give me anxiety to have to watch something like that.
Yeah, there were a lot of people down below, like cheering him on and stuff. And I'm like, okay.
No, that I would not be cheering.
Yeah.
No. I mean, I feel like I've never done it before, but you know those like virtual reality goggles or whatever? Like if
Oh no. That's scary.
Okay, I know.
It
So
like fear of heights.
And that was on TikTok for a while too, like people wearing these goggles or whatever, and they've got them like out like, you know, on a plank or something like that above a tall building.
Ooh.
And then like somebody will come from behind and like push them off, and they're like really losing their shit because it's like you're falling for real.
Oh my god, no! That is
like terrible.
I have dreams about. I have dreams about like going up an elevator that has no walls, or it's like, okay. So have you ever been like? I have these dreams. It's terrible. I don't even know how to describe them, but it's like my fear of heights. I like sink to the floor, and I'll be like laying on the floor in these elevators because I'm so scared. I'm like, oh, in my dream, and I'm like,
are you scared of heights for real?
So I don't think so, but yes, a little bit.
I'm terrified.
I'm afraid of a lot of things, but I pretend like I'm not. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
And so like my dad, when I was little, I went on like these roller coasters because my brothers were my Eric was going on it, and my dad, and they wanted me to go on this roller coaster called the Big Bad Wolf, which I don't think they have it anymore they don't, because we went on a different one at Busch Gardens, and that was my first roller coaster ever, and it went upside down and went over like water and all this stuff, and I was just tall enough to go. Well, my dad was like, "You were so brave. You're always so brave, and you're always like, you're my bravest child," and blah blah blah. And I'm like, I'm not brave. I guess brave, that would be the definition of brave maybe, but I was like, I was scared to death every time I do something, I'm scared. I just hold it in and I do it because like I want, like, not that I want to, but I guess I want to. I want to like be like my brothers or whatever, you know?
I was definitely a fearless child, but I'm terrified of heights. Most of my dreams are either about snakes or they're about falling.
Oh yeah, falling is bad.
Yeah.
Snakes. You have dreams about snakes, so
all the
that's
time.
scary.
That is the most.
I'm not
common,
scared of snakes anymore.
Yes.
I wonder what
I'm
that
not
means.
scared of them. I mean, I don't want to
I
like
used
have
to
a
be.
run in with like a rattlesnake or anything, but like I'm not scared of snakes.
The other day, so I woke up, I had the weirdest dream, and it seemed like a really long dream, and it happened several times where I was driving and the brakes wouldn't stop. And I like kept like driving, and it was like I was speeding and I couldn't slow down, and I would like get in an accident. And it happened multiple times in the same, like I don't know if it was the same dream, but you know how it kind of like starts
Yeah.
over. Um, and I got up and I, like immediately was like, I've never had that type of a dream before. Usually, I have a lot of recurring types of dreams.
Yeah, that's
But
what.
I've
Yeah,
never
that's
had
right.
that type of dream before. So I'm like, oh my God.
That's
But I Google it and
yeah.
it's like, that means you feel like you're losing control of some part of your life. And I'm like, oh my God, what part of my life am I losing control of? Ah!
I've Googled before, like the snakes thing, and I can't remember it. I can't remember what it was. If it was about like, something in you're going through a period of change or something like that. I can't remember what it is.
Change a snake. Oh my God. You know how you were scared of
What?
a snake coming in the toilet?
Yes.
Okay. Yes. So the other day, I don't know why, but I looked I was like, oh my God, there's a snake in the toilet. So I'm looking at the toilet and I'm trying to figure out how a snake would get in from the outside of the toilet without crawling from the pipes.
Yeah.
Have you seen okay, so the water that goes into the tank comes from a small, tiny little pipe thing from the wall. So if it came through the tank, it would have to slide through that little like thing where all the water comes from your water pipes. I don't know
I
how
don't
it would
know
get
that
into the
that's
water
true.
pipe, but if it came from the bottom part, the waste part, how would it get in? There would have to be some type of like hole in your either waste where it goes out to the sewer or like it in the piping or in the water pipe.
I think that we're underestimating snakes as a whole because when my sister listened to this episode, Jerry was like, they absolutely can come up into the tank.
But how did they get in there?
Listen, I don't know, but it is a reality, ma'am.
I don't know about that. Like, I wish
We
somebody
can
would
do some
email
more-
us and
yeah,
tell us how
because
this works.
listen, you made me feel like I was kind of dumb for a second, and then Jerry reassured me
I
that
think both of
feel
you
like
are
I
dumb.
know what I'm talking about.
No, I think both of you are crazy. Like, there's no way. Like, if you look at the hardware of a toilet, like, how is it going to get in there from the inside of the toilet?
I can't believe
There's
we're
no
revisiting
way.
this
Yeah,
again.
no, I can because I sat on the toilet and I was like sitting there and I'm like looking and I'm looking at the back and I'm like what is okay? So the pipe like it's tiny and then like the bottom part like it would have to get in. Like I don't know how. Like that's not possible.
We'll see.
I mean, it might be.
think
Everything is possible. I think that everything's possible. If we take men to the moon and to space, and if or whoever it was just sent people to out of like civilians to space, then we can do anything.
Yeah.
But I don't know if a snake can do everything. They don't have shoulders, so that does help. Oh, no shoulders. I don't know.
You're crazy.
So, okay, so let's move on. So,
Oh my God.
I know that you have. So we didn't talk about Valentine's Day, but are you doing anything for Valentine's Day?
No, but I would.
That's on Monday, right?
Yeah.
Can we do it Valentine's Day a different day?
Yeah.
Why is everything so? I just hate
Next
Mondays.
week
are not
is
good
going
for
to be
me.
a very hectic week for us.
Yeah, it is.
We've got a short week.
Yeah.
We are going to the lake to celebrate our friend Aaron, who's married to Santana. And Aaron's turning the big 40. So we're having a wintertime lake trip, and it's going to be great.
Oh my gosh, we should play Edward 40 Hands or we should make Aaron do it because it's.
OMG.
Where do we get 40s from?
You got to go to Georgia.
Shoot.
Yeah, we can't get them here. 22 ounces is the biggest. I don't know. We can look into it.
Okay, we'll think about it.
Yeah.
All right, so FMK.
In the spirit of Valentine's Day, our FMK is Conversation Hearts.
Those are those little like those little hearts.
Be mine. Yeah.
What are they called? Conversation hearts?
Yes.
I didn't know that's what they were called.
Well, yes. So, Conversation Hearts, chocolates, or chocolate covered strawberries.
Okay, so I really think that conversation hearts are cute, and I like to read the little things, but I don't think they have any like new ones. They're all like "Be Mine" and like
"Love You," like LUV.
Yeah, you know how Taco Bell has the sauce packets and they write on them.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they change those up a little bit, like every so often. Like they've changed like the mild ones. I don't know, maybe they put because I get mild sauce. They put some different ones on there. So Conversation Hearts, get with it and put some. Maybe they do. I don't know. I never buy those, but
I don't either.
I'm gonna kill those because I don't really like those.
Okay.
I know you're probably gonna marry those because you like stuff like that. Because
I
you don't like chocolate. And I don't know why we're even doing this with you because you don't like any of this. So kill those. And then what was the other one? Just regular chocolates?
Yes.
And then what was the other chocolate covered strawberries?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to marry the chocolate covered strawberries and fuck the chocolates because I don't know what type of chocolates they are. And chocolate covered strawberry is just like, what's up? Like,
yeah.
And it's fruit and it's sweet and it's like strawberry and chocolate. Get it. But the only thing bad about chocolate covered strawberries is that when you bite into them, chocolate always falls onto my shirt. It's like the worst thing ever.
You gotta put a bib on.
I know. I need a bib anyways, like for everything. I'm like, I could drink water. Oh my God, I gotta tell you this story. I know we're in the FMK, but my boss, we were on a Zoom the other day, and Thomas, I'm sorry, but I have to tell this story. It's hilarious. He's sitting there. I didn't see him do it. I wish I'd seen him do it because I like looked away for something, and he goes, oh, or no, I was like sharing my screen. He goes, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. It was like, I was like, what? And he was like, I just threw water on my face because he had a cup of ice and he had a cup of water. And he was like throwing ice in his mouth, like because he was chewing on the ice. But he picked up the water cup instead and like threw it down his face. And he threw water all over him. Oh, sorry. Okay, so.
That's pretty good, though.
But yeah, like a bib. I need a bib for everything. So.
Well, you're going to be pleasantly surprised because I'm going to make the same choice that you did.
Really? Okay.
Yes. I'm not a Conversation Hearts kind of person. Like, I'm very picky about flavors. And
they don't have flavor. It just tastes like sugar.
Well, I disagree.
Oh, really?
Yes. The only ones I like are the white ones.
What flavor is that?
I don't know. Probably. I don't know. The red ones are like something and the green ones are a little minty and I'm like,
ew,
not
I don't
the
like
minty
it. I don't
like.
think any of them taste good. They all taste like sugar. It's like marshmallow.
Yeah, so anyways, I'm going to do that and then I'll fuck chocolate because I only have to do it one time and then chocolate covered strawberries,
for life.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. I'm down with that. Listen, I'm not like a anti-chocolate person, but like I'm not going to choose chocolate. Like I don't want chocolate cake. I don't want chocolate frosting. I don't want chocolate ice cream. But like if you give me like a soft vanilla ice cream, I might put a little chocolate on there. You never know.
So are you going to eat will you eat like cheesecake?
Absolutely.
Oh, okay.
I love
cheesecake. I know like for your birthday, I told Mason, I was like, we need to get her like something, like a cake and he's like, don't get her a cake. You can't get her a cake. She doesn't need cake. And I was like, well, I know she doesn't like sweets, but like we have to get her something.
I like cookie cake.
I know. So he was like, we're getting her a cookie cake. And I'm like, okay, cool. That's fine. But like, who cares if you don't like it? You still need a cake for your birthday. Like, you don't have to eat it, but it's a celebration thing.
Oh, so next year I have to have a real cake instead of a cookie cake?
No, you can have a cookie cake. Okay. A cookie cake's fine. I just like, he was like, oh, and I'm like,
girl, if you want to get a cheesecake.
I just thought you didn't like sweets at all. Like the other day when I got out the cookie dough that I eat that's like not edible cookie dough. It's like the regular cookie dough. Because that's like, listen, I've never gotten sick from the regular cookie dough. I eat it out of the thing. I don't bake them. Like what is the point of baking cookies when the cookie dough tastes so much better?
Listen, I agree. I like cookie dough though. And chocolate chip cookie dough is fine.
Yeah.
And I buy the edible like Pillsbury
so you're so like good. That stuff's not as good.
It is good. It's one little
not
bite.
Not as good.
I ate your cookie dough when you brought it out.
I know.
And you thought I was going to tell you
and
no.
I ate you were like one little bite and I ate like a whole big spoonful. I was like, like, oh yeah, I'm getting a spoon. I was like kind of like eating peanut butter out of the jar.
I just need a small fix of like salty sweet at a time. That's all.
Yeah. Nothing. And a chocolate chip cookie dough is kind of like salty sweet.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Absolutely.
So yeah, that's the FMK for the day.
Yeah.
We love you guys.
I know. Thanks for being with us this week.
We will see you next week. Hey, guess what? We need you to do us a favor. We need you to go out on Instagram, on Apple Podcasts, on Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts, wherever you listen to us. Like us, write us some reviews, submit some reviews for us, and share. Please share this with your friends and your family, your brothers, sisters, whoever, your church people, even though they may not like some of the things.
Just don't listen to it out loud.
Yeah, just share it with people. You know, some people may like it, some people may not. But we want to get as many listeners as we can. So we appreciate you doing that for us.
Yep. You can find us on Instagram at ThickAF Podcast. And if you have any FMKs or other topics that you want us to cover, go ahead and shoot us an email at thickafpodcast@gmail.com. We'll see you guys next week. Thanks.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G. I have to go.
I don't know why it's so good.
Oh my God.